Hey guys, so this is my second time going to my evening class. It's a Wednesday evening class from 6 to 8:50, so it is long, but it's very interesting, so I'm kind of excited. And today we're having our first quiz. It is over like chapters 1 through 6. That book was a lot of reading. It was very repetitive. It was very I think it was poorly written too, just because it was really hard to understand. Like, I don't have any, issues reading and comprehending. But this book was like, you had to really pay attention while you were reading. And I had to go back over sentences and reread it because they use so many big words in one sentence and long run-on sentence and just all this research, that was included into it. So the book for this class is really poorly written to me, but I did understand it. I think I understand it enough to actually ace this quiz, so I'm excited about that. I'm a nerd, y'all, because only a nerd will say that they're excited about a quiz, but I like a challenge, so I'm excited to see what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna do it. So yeah, I'll take you guys along with me as usual.
In the spring, but that was definitely one of them. Just putting this therapist stuff aside and just being a human being with my fellow man sitting right there. And it was awesome. It really was. I told him exactly what I thought. We just had a really special bond. We still do. And I think he really, I don't think he necessarily relies on that, but it gave him something.
Mm-hmm.
It gave him an idea that he mattered. It gave him motivation, gave him this sense of well-being that somebody actually cares about me.
You built a relationship.
You feel like you have more power than you on the same level.
That's exactly right. Horizontal.
Right.
That's how I stayed. Yeah. And it really did make a difference. It really did.
Hey y'all, so today is Thursday. As far as this week and recording everything that I'm doing for school, I didn't really record a lot just because it's repetitive. It's nothing but a bunch of reading. I did have my first quiz last night in my evening class, which I actually think I aced. I want to say I missed maybe one or two, but I was really confident about the answers, and I figured that I knew everything. Thank God that I have a photographic memory, so when I read things, I tend to kind of remember where they are in the book and remember most of everything that was said about the subject. So I didn't have to do a lot of studying for the quiz. I just read the chapters and kind of retained the memory. So thank God for a good memory. But this is the second week of classes, and it's starting to get a little bit more interesting because, of course, like that first week, you're pretty much just getting the background on the subjects of psychology, like who were the founding fathers, what procedures did they test out, kind of what was their thought patterns, new discoveries they made, and just kind of how like psychology has progressed from like back in the old days when they thought that psychological disorders were spiritual based, like if something was wrong with you, obviously you had a demon and you needed to be exorcised or whatever. So kind of just learning all that. So of course all of that is boring because you have to read the statistics and the trials and errors and this and that, so it was kind of boring. But this week it's getting a little bit more interesting because we are pretty much learning about like different disorders and how they occur, the different technology that is being developed to diagnose people, the different modes of diagnoses, kind of like what are the standards for diagnosing people and what to compare it to. And then they're also giving us like short case studies as far as like just examples of people that have things wrong with them and what are they reporting, whether it's hearing voices or being anxious or having OCD. So now is kind of the part where I'm getting excited because this is what I want to learn about. I want to learn about, people being quote unquote abnormal and what it is that they do, what it is that they see, different hallucinations. So it's getting a little bit interesting, but with that being said, it's still just a bunch of reading, so I didn't want to be repetitive and record me reading. But so that's pretty much just all that has been going on. So it's just a constant thing of reading and getting the information retained. I haven't really been taking a lot of notes. I feel like there's not a lot to take notes on because the teachers have made it pretty much simple, and they have did PowerPoints for us, so I can just look at that and I don't have to physically write anything down. Although if you do have problems with memory, I suggest that you do write it down, because pretty much statistics say that if you write it down, you're probably more apt to remember the information. But I just choose not to do it because I have my own, ways of studying and stuff. But so that's pretty much all that's going on. This morning I read like half of a chapter, answer some concept quiz questions, and that's pretty much all I'll be doing for today, because now I'm on my way to work. So I will holler at you guys later. Hey y'all, so I'm coming to y'all from my balcony today. It is such a beautiful day, so I just decided to get out here and enjoy some of the air before I go to work today. It is Friday, so this is the ending to my Walking Into the Promise vlog, week 2 of school. Today, as you saw in the previous clip, I didn't do anything today as far as schoolwork, and what I did do was read my word and worship and pray. I told you guys last time that I had kind of gotten away from that the last couple weeks, and so I wanted to get back into that. And I also wanted to let you guys know that this vlog and this series is primarily about school and walking into the promise and achieving my dreams and being about my business educational wise. But I also want you guys to understand that this is also about being about my Father's business. So with that includes keeping him first. And so that's why I put that last clip in there, because I want to show you guys that not only am I going to be completing like homework and stuff, but I have to do my spiritual homework too, in order to stay ahead, in order to stay focused, in order to even hear what it is that the Lord wants me to do. So I kind of have been slacking on that just because of time. Like, now that school has started back, I think I've already told you guys that it's a struggle, to get up and read the word, worship and pray, and also try to get homework done before I have to be at work at 2:30. But I'm going to make a conscious effort to do that, because without him I can do none of the other stuff that I want to get done. So I have to keep him the head of my life, the head of my focus. So a lot of the clips that I will insert into these vlogs will contain a lot of Jesus work, because like I said before, I have to be about my Father's business also. So I just want to encourage you guys to stay prayerful, chase your dreams, walk into your own promise, keep your ears to the lips of God, and enjoy the weekend. It's beautiful, and I will see you guys later in the next video. And as always, be an exclusive addition to someone's life.